We are camping for the weekend. Actually, for a couple, 3 days. And I have a very limited edition Dragon's Milk Reserve S'mores Bourbon Barrel Stout. Somebody very special hooked me up with this because it's a very limited edition. Like 10 cases sold in the state of Missouri, and that's it. Let's see. 11% alcohol. So, whew, that ought to be potent. So we came in on Saturday, and this place was packed. I mean packed. So a lot of people have left except for the regular people. So now we've pretty much got the campground to ourselves, except for a few people that have stayed over, retired people or whatever. Saw some people we know come in. So let's try this. It's probably going to kick my butt. That is strong. Definitely 11% beer. But hints of toasted marshmallow and graham cracker complement the chocolate character of Dragon's Milk, giving this reserve a flavor reminiscent of campfires and summer nights. Well, what better time and place to be drinking this than here? Pairings with almond butter, fruit cobbler, roasted sweet potatoes. Sorry, as I was saying, the battery died on there. This is our first trip out this year with the camper. So like I said, it's been a really busy year. I don't know how many of you know and stuff, but my mother passed away. So we had to clean her house out. We've been in the middle of selling her house. We're actually closing on it this Wednesday, so consider ourselves really lucky. We did end up having to sell it for a lot less than what we had hoped for because it had some issues in the basement. One of the walls was cracked and leaning some, so we had to take that price of what we had someone come and estimate to fix that, had to take that off the price of the house. So luckily, unfortunately for us, but luckily for the person who's buying it, they basically got the house for a song and a dance. But you know, you have to do what you have to do. And so we closed this Wednesday on the house. So this is our first trip out this year. We're taking Hunter's with us this weekend. So he's going on his camping trip before he has to go back to school. And he's bored already. So anyway, so we'll get some beer. We're going to have some smoked pork chops tonight and some mashed potatoes and corn. And then we're going to make some little cherry pies in our little cherry pie maker thing. So anyway, so probably just take some footage of that and while I sit here and enjoy this beer, and hopefully I don't get too snookered since this is 11%. But it's about 5 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. It's like I said, the campground's pretty much dead right now, so we have considered actually getting a permanent site down here maybe for next summer. We don't know. We've talked it over, so I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. So anyway, just want to touch base with you and let you know what I'm doing. So anyway, stay tuned. Have some more footage of this in a little while. This is Buddy's first camping trip. So this is his first time out camping. We told Toby to give him the lowdown on how to be a good puppy while he's camping. He's tried to run off once already. So anyway, apparently he's not listening very well. So altogether he's been pretty good. He barks at everybody, but he gets scolded for it. So he's been pretty good, really. So anyway. For supper, we are having smoked pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn. And these smoked pork chops are ones that I made. Here they are. Ones that I smoked myself, smoked and cured. Should I say cured and smoked? Excuse me if I'm a little la. And we're going to have cherry pies for dessert. And I'm 3 sheets to the wind. That beer put me la. That beer was 11%, and boy howdy, I can say sure it surely was. Especially with nothing on my stomach. What do you think about all that shit happening in Charleston, West Virginia, or Charleston, Virginia? Crazy, ain't it? And these pork chops are smoked with, I believe it was cherry? Yes. Pork chops were smoked with cherry. And I tell you, for the amount of money that they want for smoked pork chops, buying a whole loin and doing it yourself is the absolute only way to do this. I probably picked this up for the loin up for, oh, probably $1 something a pound. And doing it yourself, it's just a really cheap way to do it. And I do have videos out if you want to watch the videos on how to do your own smoked pork chops or whatever. So like I said, it is a lot cheaper. And then that way you can actually smoke it with whatever kind of meat you like, or with whatever. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. You can smoke it with whatever kind of wood you like. Apple's really good. It's like I said, the apple's good and the cherry's good. These particular ones were smoked with cherry. The corn's already boiling, so I've turned it down. And just because we're camping, I do have loaded baked potato, instant potatoes. And I've got some water heating up on the stove for that. I have some pie crusts, and we have a little Toastmaster snackster is what they call it. Back here you probably can't see it on the video. But we'll do the pies with that later. But Linda's really good about setting everything up inside here for me and everything, so basically all I have to do is come in here and cook. So, which makes my life a lot easier. She's real good about doing the dishes and everything. We kind of split the chores as we're going camping. She does the dishes or whatever, and I do the cooking and everything, so it does make things a lot easier. We split the chores like that. She doesn't like to cook, and I'm not a particular fan of washing dishes. So when we split it and stuff, we work pretty good together as a team. So, this should be good supper. You want to put your pork chop?
Slow down, buddy. Thank you, Grandma. Wonderful looking. Whew. Still bugging? A little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Buddy. Scrape one toes off. Alright, go ahead. those?
Enjoying a nice campfire. And here are our flamingo lights. We have like 2 sets of tacky lights. I'd like to get a set for like different holidays. I'd like to get some for like 4th of July, or I've seen ones like little campers and stuff like that. Hot peppers, grape leaves or grape clusters, stuff like that. So it'd be kind of fun to get some different ones for stuff like that. But we had a bunch of old dried up wood that's gotten to the point that it's pretty pithy, so we just decided to try to burn a bunch of it this weekend, so we got a nice fire going. And of course, hunters are bored and inside watching TV. So anyway, so we're just sitting outside enjoying the fire. We might watch for meteors later, but I think the sky is overcast tonight, so I don't think that that's going to happen. Because the meteor shower is supposed to be this till the 20th. No, it's supposed to be till the 24th. Last night was the prime time, but
Oh, really?
yeah. Yep.
Want to bite you today?
There you go.